Hi guys, welcome to Ampersand Unique Gifts and Home Decor. My name is Sarah. Today's video is part of a collaboration with another group of awesome creators, part of the creative business group under Jamie Ray Vintage. So I am excited to share with you some trash to treasure ideas. We are talking springtime, so I came out here to share my wonderful springtime porch with you. And as I always with springtime, you think about cleaning things up, getting rid of trash, doing that spring house cleaning. So I just wanted less a tutorial as much as hopefully an inspirational video to get you to think about your trash in a different way. So after you watch this video, definitely check out the other videos in the playlist. And if you have any questions about the products or the processes, give me a comment and I will definitely get back to you. I will also list in the description any of the products that I use. So thank you for being here today, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Okay, like I said, trash to treasure. So here's my pile of trash. I've got some empty paper towel tubes, some used dryer sheets and some dryer lint, some clean Starbucks coffee bottles, an apple juice bottle that I actually bought just because I thought the leaves were really cool. And then I've got a cardboard box. It's very sturdy. Top lifts off. It had a soy candle in it, but I thought surely there's something I can do with this. And then you can see at my tragedy, I have a broken crock. I actually ordered it from somebody on, I think, Facebook Marketplace, and that's how it arrived. So upcycle project number 1, we're going to start with our tubes here, and we're going to make fire starters. So I don't know how many of you camp or you do things where you have bonfires, but these make great fire starters when you don't necessarily have the kindling that you need and you need something to kind of get it going. So you're going to want to stuff each of those tubes very tightly. You want it to be very full, but yet leaving a little bit on each end, so that once you get them full, then you can move on to the next step of wrapping them with wax paper. I just tear off a piece big enough to wrap around each tube and have enough that I can tuck it very tightly in the ends. That way when I store them, I know that I'm not going to have dryer lint coming out, and it's going to keep it very neat. And then when you go to light them, it makes it so that each one is very compact and ready to go, and it makes it a better fire starter that way. So we head outside to the backyard to give it a try, just to show you how they work. And as you can see, I've got my little helpers here checking out to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to start by just putting this one in there and getting it going, and you can see how quickly it will catch on and it will burn, and it'll get very hot, and when you have other things in there, it will help catch them on fire. So doing another one, just again sacrificing them so that I can show you how they work. Ignore all the skinny cow ice cream sandwich boxes, obviously my favorite. And but it will catch on, it will burn. I had another visitor come over, my little mini pig Stella, to check out and see what we were doing. She was probably more interested in whether there was ice cream still. Upcycle project number 2. Let's see if we can put this crock back together. All the king's horses and all the king's men tried to put Sarah's crock back together again. Using Loctite epoxy glue, I am going to glue the sides together and then go back in, and I will then glue in the extra 2 pieces. The Loctite glue works where you break off the end, attach the new nozzle, and as you squeeze it, the 2 different kinds squeeze together to make one extra secure, strong bond. And then once I have it completely together and I've used all the glue to fill in any places I can, I use a couple belts to use kind of as a ratchet strap, and I hold it and leave it overnight. And because there were some little pieces missing that broke either into too small of a piece to bother with, or they were lost in the packaging, I use air dry clay to fill in those holes. I leave that for a little while, and then I go in and using a baking soda and DIY paint in Gypsy Green, I begin stippling the paint all over. Upcycle project number 3. So I missed part of what I was filming, so I apologize. Where I made the other birds and I put the cornstarch in the mold, but the most part I am adding IOD Air Dry Clay molds. Yeah, I'm using, I think, Birdsong. Anyway, just gluing those on there with some Gorilla Glue wood glue, and I'm going to use some masking tape to hold them on there because I am putting them on all 4 sides and the top. So this just gives it a good hold so that they'll be able to dry overnight. So as they're almost completely dry, I'm putting the hole in the top. I used a tiny little hand drill, and then I poked my screwdriver through there because I wanted to put this wood knob. It's actually a finial from a lamp, but I just wanted to put that on there so it made it easy to get the top on and off. So as you know, it was the box slides over the top, and this will make it a lot easier. So using DIY clear wax and DIY white wax, I finished that out, and I lost the footage, so we'll see it at the end. So upcycle project number, whatever the next one is. Here we are. We cleaned the jar, and I'm painting it with that same Gypsy green, and then I am using a Redesign by Prima, and this was the fun of my camera holder falling over and landing on it. But I applied the transfer, and then I sanded it just to kind of give it that old look, like it had been on there and worn off on its own. And then I applied the clear and then the white wax just to kind of tone that look down a little bit. And I absolutely love how that came out. So upcycle project number 5, this is our last one. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting a coat of white Swan on all 4 of those bottles, and now I have this cute little truck that I picked up at the Target dollar spot, and to me it looked like a little milk truck. So I decided to take my IOD stamps and put milk across there, and this is how everything came out. So I'm so glad that you were here, and let me know what was your favorite from today. And I hope that I gave you a little bit of inspiration and that you will think about your trash a little bit differently now and come up with some projects that you want to do. Let me know what the weirdest thing is you've ever upcycled from the trash. Thanks, guys.